Welcome to the Retro Rumble, where we have our 8 participants battling it out here in this over-the-top rope battle royale to determine our first #1 contender for the Retro World Championship here on Dynomite Wrestling Alliance as we return back to action after a bit of a hiatus, to say the least, but we are glad to be back here again. And as you can see, the British Bulldog with a big gorilla press over D.W.A. Should have thrown him over the top rope if he had a little bit more common sense, though. But big headbutt there to the Macho Man. That could be the reason for that lacking common sense, giving people headbutts there where you could just give them a punch to the head of the Macho Man. Is the first to be eliminated here. I didn't see if that was Rick Rude or D.W.A, but all the same, Randy Savage, the first one eliminated, as we see the Ultimate Warrior here now with a big gorilla press by none other than the immortal Hulk Hogan. And look at that fancy armbar by Ricky Steamboat, taking it to Hulk Hogan, giving a big boot. And that's usually we see followed up by a big leg drop, but no, it's into a submission hold by the Hulkster. What you gonna do, brother? Big sweet chin music by Steamboat, right to the kisser of Hogan. And oh, the Warrior almost got eliminated there by Rick Rude. But British Bulldog holding his own in there, testing his battle there with Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Don't know how smart of a move that is, as you see Rick Rude capitalizing with the back body drop. Referee goes down. Rick Rude and Ricky Steamboat now exchanging fists, exchanging chops, as Mr. Perfect with a big swinging neck breaker on Hulk Hogan, giving Ricky Steamboat the opportunity to capitalize here. As we see another elimination, who's this knocked out here? The Ultimate Warrior has been knocked out. I did not see who knocked him out. And Hulk Hogan is gone now too. A lot of the heavy favorites in the original of this are now on their way back to the locker rooms, and I can't say this is not surprising, because I am definitely surprised seeing Macho Man Warrior and Hogan all on the way out. As we still have Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude, Ricky Steamboat, British Bulldog, and the $1 Million Man, D.W.A, all still here battling it out. Looks like pinfalls are legal in this here, folks. I wasn't aware of that one, but I may come into play when it coming down to the final 2 or 3 opponents left in this thing. Knowing they can be pinned, they're going to make all the difference in the world. And as you can see, the $1 Million Dream has been applied to Ricky Steamboat. He may be on Dream Street now. And these guys, they should knock him right over the top while he's a little bit weary. Big suplex, just drop him on his head there by Rick Rude, who's pummeling everybody. Not allowing Steamboat to get the pinfall that easy as he hits the British Bulldog with a devastating Rude awakening. Allowing Mr. Perfect to capitalize with a leg bar. Big body, side body drop by the British Bulldog on to the $1 Million Man, as Mr. Perfect looking on and recuperating in the meanwhile. Bulldog looking like he's got some trouble on his hands, as Mr. Perfect and the $1 Million Man with a double drop kick. He's devastated. One to the front, one to the back of the head, as these two turning their attention towards each other, as we see only a 1 count there from the $1 Million Man, D.W.A on Mr. Perfect. As you see Rick Rude in the corner, really taking it to Ricky Steamboat, as well as Mr. Perfect. He's getting his clock cleaned and his bell rung. Looking a little wobbly out there, to say the least, with you see a little chop block on to Steamboat, trying to take out the high flyer. Got to take out those legs in order to do that. Rick Rude and Ricky Steamboat, though, these two no strangers to each other, as they have been going at it for the majority of this match here. As Rick Rude off the ropes, takes some heel right to the mouth. 2, only a 2 count though. As I said, I was unaware there were pinfalls allowed in this one, but all the same, more action, more opportunity for elimination. It's all welcome, all the same. There's Mr. Perfect. Big body slam onto a British Bulldog, who's now turning his attention to Rick Rude, wearing him down with a vicious looking headlock. And a big clothesline to the back of the head onto the British Bulldog, followed up by a giant elbow from the top rope as we see a pinfall for Mr. Perfect, but Steamboat able to kick out before the 3 count. As Rick Rude now finds himself in the wrong position and on the wrong end of a suspended inverted suplex, allowing Mr. Perfect to take advantage, but able to hold on to the top rope and avoid what we thought was certain elimination. As Rick Rude is seemingly able to survive in here and live to see another day, as some may say. A big face plant by Steamboat onto Mr. Perfect. And again, Rick Rude holding on to the top ropes. He ain't going nowhere, but he's showing everybody who is absolutely in the house as he see another big elbow drop from Rick Rude onto the sternum of Ricky Steamboat. Double knee drop onto the chest now, too. Are we going to see a pinfall, or is he going to throw him right over the top rope here? Because he must be. British Bulldog's been thrown over the top, so has Rick Steamboat. We are down to the final 3 here, folks, in our inaugural Retro Rumble to determine the first #1 contender for the Retro World Championship here on D.W.A. Boom. As the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase and Rick Rude trading fists, allowing Mr. Perfect to get in there and just drop some. Oh, and the $1 Million Man is gone. We're down to our final 2, and it's the 2 Minnesota boys, Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect, going at it. These 2 heels, and Rick Rude has won the original inaugural Retro Rumble, our first #1 contender for that Retro World title. Congrats to you, Rick Rude. Wrestling Alliance. I'm your host here, Breezy, and we have our finals all set here as we got Ken Shamrock taking on the best battle machine, Kenny Omega, as these two have both gone through some grueling competition in the first 2 rounds, only to find the most competition they will ever find in this final round here, as each of the Kenneths have quite the killer instinct and the ability to put a match away at any given moment here. So we are going to see who has what it takes and who is going to pull out all of the stops to become our never open weight champion. As Kenny Omega, you see, taking it right to Mr. Shamrock with a flurry of forearms and fists to the face, taking control of this match. And we see Shamrock with a nice reversal here and a big back suplex into the center of the ring here, going for a nice arm bar and head guillotine. Really stretching out Omega there with some of that MMA background and submission technique and profession in that regard. But Omega is back to his feet and again with those forearms to the face now off the ropes. Gets into the way of the referee and knocks him right down to the ground here. As Shamrock able to capitalize with this little hiccup here. Referee there for that count, as the referee is still down. We don't even get a 1 count. We need to get a paramedic out here for this referee, my goodness. As we see Omega out to the outside with a big springboard drop kick straight to the kisser, Mr. Ken Shamrock, but he's back to his feet. Big first hit with a big power slam off of the ropes, and now stretching out Kenny Omega with a Surfman stretch, abdominal stretch. Omega back up, but big power slam power bomb by Shamrock, but only for a 2 count, as Omega gonna take a little bit more to get this guy out for the 3 count. Then a big Hurricanrana catching Shamrock off of the ropes, and a little bit of showboating here now from Omega. He needs to capitalize and get something done right here as he hits Shamrock with a clothesline. Now with the reverse Hurricanrana, oh my goodness, that could break your neck. As we see Omega now, he's got him out with that drop into the Northern Light suplex, but on the ropes, unable to get any type of count. Wow, I never thought I'd be seeing Omega be getting quite the upper hand over the likes of the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. But wow, in this match he is, and big leg drop from Omega, but Shamrock to his feet first, and then we see Omega with another reversal here, dropping him with that V-trigger suplex with a big dive and drop kick off of the top rope here, and Shamrock gets Omega in the ankle lock out of nowhere, just turns him around in the center of the ring, but unable to keep it locked in long enough to get that top out. But Omega's feet on the rope, no chance for a count there with short arm clothesline to the top rope. Ken Shamrock, we're not used to seeing him up there. What's he gonna do? Big diving crossbody. 2, through 2, and now just enough to kick out Kenny Omega now off of the ropes. He gets hit with a big spine buster, but all it takes is a kick to the head from the ground, and that's enough for Omega to get up and capitalize here. As we see, it's the stiff kick straight to the back of Ken Shamrock, and Omega now with that spinning sit-down powerbomb, and he got a 3 count. He got a new champion. Oh my goodness, the best battle machine, Kenny Omega, just out of nowhere with that spinning sit-down power bomb, and enough to get the job done. So we got our first ever openweight champion, and that is Kenny Omega. As we see a champion has been crowned. My goodness, what an exciting tournament this is.